dear and faithful servant. Receive the crown and the responsibility for what you have done, because you are the one who really did the best for what I gave you. My dear people, today the liturgy reflects on the goodness of the Lord, that He has blessed each one of us with talents. And He gave them to us just for one reason, that we share them with others. Because if you have talent and keep it to yourself, then what good it is? God gave to me, so I can give a return to others. And God gave to you, so in return you give it to others. Today we heard in the first reading today about that woman. Not only do her chores at home, but find time to really crochet and do dresses and do all kinds of things so that she can sell them. And she will sell them at the gate of the city where the people are coming and going. And she is the pride of her husband. And she is the one that the church gives to us as an example. So we too, not just do our duties by going to work, by doing your official thing that you are supposed to do, but again, continue to increase what you're doing by loving your wife, caring for your children, and help society. And that's why today, Jesus in the Gospel, He speaks about the talents. There was a man who gave talents to his servants, 5, 2, and 1. And we know that the one who has 5, he make another 5 because he trade them. That's the way you have to do. You have to take the risk. Today you take the risk with the banks who are in bad shape. But the other thing is this, that he took the risk and invested. And he invested for one reason, so he can make money. And so even the second one. But the third one, he was afraid of his master, and he hid it. How many times we too hide our talents? How many times we say, well, you know, after all, there are other people. And that is what the Lord is trying to say to us. That there are times that we do sin, and by that we commit sin that goes against the 10 Commandments. But if we live just not to do sin, what kind of Catholics we are? We need to go more than that. We have to listen to the Beatitudes. That Jesus asks us to go beyond even committing sin. At the beginning of the Mass, together with me you say, I confess the sins that I commit and those of omission. And omission sometimes is worse than sin itself. Imagine, for example, a parent. He said, I go to work and I bring money here, that's my job. What kind of a parent is that? He needs to involve himself. He needs to be there for his children, to help them with their homework, to help his wife after dinner, to train the children, to help, and all of them do the chores. You are not only helping for the family, but also training them, that when they are on their own, they keep their place nice and everything. That's the way we did. We are what we are because parents taught us to do those things. We learned from them. We saw the example they set. Imagine for a moment if we are going to be people who are going to live by the commandments alone. Let's take 40 years ago when God rest his soul for their Carta, together with many of these people of this locality. He wants to build this building. If they say, yes, we want to build it, and they did nothing. How many Sundays afternoon they work so hard? And I know because they told me. They used to gather together at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and they worked till dusk to clean behind us. That was not what it is today. That was a bunch of weeds and all kinds of nonsense there. To clean up this place, to put the foundation for this church, and help him to fundraising for everything. How many spaghetti dinners and things they do for one reason, so that they can pay and have a place where we, the benefactors of this place, are today. My dear people, if we do not understand that, then the church of tomorrow will be very, very sad. Imagine if Mother Teresa said, I am very comfortable here in London. No, she left the convent of London. She went to Calcutta, and there she had the poor of the poor. She reached out to those people who are on the street dying. She said, even for 1 hour, I take them in my house to die with dignity. What a great example for us all. To take those little babies and to take those people all full of wounds. One time, she was doing so, and one Englishman who was visiting, he said to her, how can you do that? I will not do that for so many dollars. She said, neither I. But I do it because in him I see the image of the one I serve, Jesus Christ. My dear people, this is what the church is asking us to do. To wake up sometime from our sleep, as St. Paul said to us. This is the time not to rest. This is the time not to be sober, not drunk and really alienated with everything that the world prepared. Because the day of the Lord is coming. And we know He is coming, because that's why we gather around the altar. To celebrate His death, to celebrate His resurrection, but to celebrate also His coming. So when He comes, we who are prepared, we go with Him in that eternal glory. My dear people, this is why St. Paul speaks to us about darkness and light. We are not children of darkness, we are children of light. That's why that Paschal candle on the vigil of Easter march alone in this church in darkness. And that light, which is the light of Christ, really, we share from Him that light, beginning in baptism, and renew it every time we receive a sacrament. Because we now are not people of darkness. We are not people of sin, but we are people of light. That's why He said many times, the thief comes at night. Because at night he's secure. He's not going to be seen. Nobody see him. But we are people who are going to be vigilant, because the Lord is coming. And when He comes, He wants us to find us ready. And how can we be ready? By using what He given us for the common good of others. How many times, you see this? Let's take example today, these children. I really uphold this, because I see that effort that comes from them inside the parent to buy an extra can or do something and bring it here. Because they know that when they go to table, they have something to eat. And there are people in our town who do not have anything to eat. Do you know how many times the door of directory knocks at us? Many times a week. Many times. And I thank you for bringing that gift that you bring on that bench, and then we give them a bag or so, and even a card to go and buy milk and bread from ShopRite or other places. My dear people, those boxes we have at the back of the church, that's the money we use for that purpose. My dear people, this is one of the things we do. And here at St. Anthony, we are blessed with that. We are really caring people. But there is more other things to do. Involve yourself. Be part of different things in the parish. Really show interest in things that you like to do. Because this is what makes parish alive. To have, Mass and to have sacraments, that's all right. But the parish needs to grow. And how to grow? By investing in it. And put time in it. And tomorrow will be bright. My dear people, the words of St. Paul are serious. And he is saying to us, be prepared, because the Lord is coming. And when He comes, there is no second choice. We have to present Him with our talents. And what He is going to ask you, I was hungry, I was thirsty, I was ill, I was in prison. What did you do to make me comfortable? If we can say, Lord, in everyone I see you, and I help as much as I can. I reach out to them, and I really make my every effort to use what you give me for the common good. Then He will hear those words. I hope and please God I hear them for myself. Come, you faithful servant, because you have pleased me. You have done well, you have served me well. My dear people, I challenge you. God gave you great talents. Use them. And you see that gift that comes out of you will give you so much peace. That peace that comes from Jesus, who comes from heaven for one reason. I come not to be served, but to serve, and to give my life for the one I love.